Good morning. I'm a little late this morning, but better late than never, I guess. How you guys doing today? Nobody's popped up in chat yet. Oh, we should probably fix our stream title. And probably our YouTube one as well. Okay, so today we're not working on Swords and Magic Day, as you can probably tell. We were invited back to do another battle video for Game Dev TV, and this time there's I assume I can talk about this. I didn't sign any NDAs or anything, so, and I wasn't told I couldn't, so sure, I don't know what this means, but we're rebuilding something. This time around we're making a bullet hell with a stipulation that the game has to be made all in one script. So my first thought was like, well, great. I have to make like one like master like blueprint that just like handles like controlling everything and needs references to like everything in level. And then I started thinking that's probably a really bad way to do it, and like that's like my first thought, which means it's probably not the best thought or the best solution. And so I decided maybe instead of doing that, we should do a master component blueprint that has all the code in it, and then it just checks to see what actor it's attached to and then works differently based on that. The only problem I've run into so far, and I do not know how to fix this, is that I don't think I can control like a player through a component like that, because I don't think my component can listen for like keybinds. I don't think, but that's what we're testing out today. So this is an hour challenge, and I have 1 hour to build this essentially live with the other two devs while we're all chatting and like, you know, talking smack. And last time I did one of these, I kind of got smoked because I built what I thought would be the best like foundational prototype for a game to see if like that game idea like works or get like a functioning game in an hour. And the other two devs built the like wackiest, coolest ideas they could think of in an hour, and neither of them, I mean, like one of them probably could have gone on to be like a full game, maybe, but the other one I don't know about. Maybe it could have, I don't know. But they were both kind of like out there, like crazy ideas, and I was just like, I'm gonna make the most generic survivor like I can for this challenge and just get all of as many features as I can in to make it a full like survivor like. And I did, and I think I could expand on that game and like make it into a full game and start adding interesting things to it. But like to start, it didn't have anything interesting at all. And because of that, I kind of got torn to shreds in the comment section. Everyone's saying, well, Unreal can't do an hour-long challenge, and Unreal is not meant for this kind of stuff. And you know, Unreal dev like not like crashing and not having like a game at the end is so relatable. And I was just like, okay, no, this. We're not doing this thing where we just hate on Unreal, because I misunderstood like that we were supposed to make a goofy, wacky, like crazy game in an hour, because I thought I was just making a prototype. So this time around, we're coming with some firepower. And first of all, both the other devs in the last challenge just brought like a whole bunch of like pre-made assets, and I brought like 2. I had like a teeny tiny like environment pack and some like robots, and that was it. And I just grabbed like free stuff that anyone could use online, because obviously I didn't want to like pay for anything for a jam for like a battle. and they had like fully paid like asset packs, and like one of them just like imported the whole like example scene into his level and used that, and I was just like, well, Jesus, yeah, of course this looks way better, because they spent like an hour like polishing like effects, you know. Also, no hate. These guys have done this a bunch of times, and so they kind of knew what to expect, and they're just having fun with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it wasn't even like, it's not like it's an actual like challenge. Like, we're not like really competing or anything, so who cares? It's all just fun. I just felt bad because I made Unreal look really bad, like an hour, and so I want to like fix that. So this time around, also, is there someone like, we don't have anyone watching the stream today, or like, we have viewers? I just want to make sure chat is working, because usually someone says hi by now, and it's fine. I just want to make sure my chat isn't broken. So if you're here, can you just say hi to make sure it's okay? Thank you, Cicerone. That's all. You may go back to lurking now. I just want to make sure it wasn't broken on my end. Yeah, it's working. Thanks, Keith. Thanks. Sometimes I've done this before, where I like went on for like half an hour, and then I looked over and like the stream was live and everything, but everything was like broken, and yeah, or I was muted or whatever, and no one knew I was live, stuff like that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, my plan right now, it's supposed to be a bullet hell. I think I want to go like classic, like top down, like bullet hell game, where you're like moving a airship, or not an airship, yes, an airship, but a like a plane or a spaceship, whatever, like left and right, forward, backward, and then we'll have like the ground like moving underneath you like this, right? And you'll be like flying back and forth with your ship, shooting enemies that show up, and then those enemies will just be shooting a bunch of different random like patterns of bullets. So there's a lot to be done here, and I'm not sure where to even start. I wanted to do like an environment like this, but then I started thinking like, that means I'm gonna need like, the whole environment is gonna be like merged into like one big mesh and then moving. So maybe I don't do an environment, though. I don't know, an environment would be cool though. I'm also thinking, what if we just do like a desert, and then I take a bunch of meshes, like rock meshes like this and stuff, right? And just kind of merge them together into like clusters, and we'll do like 10 or 15 different clusters or something like that. And then we just spawn those at random points, and then have them just like move down the camera, right? And then we'll spawn another one. So it's like a desert, which is like procedurally kind of generated, almost like rock, like foliage and rock and foliage and stuff. And we can just make like an array of all this stuff we can spawn, and then we'll just spawn them on an interval in a random location against the top of the screen or whatever. And they'll just scroll down, and then they'll just probably just be snapped back to the top of the screen somewhere, or just get like, I don't know, I don't want to like, maybe we'll just like throw all these meshes like on the screen to start with the component, and then when the game starts, they'll just kind of like reposition themselves. And when they get off the screen, we'll just like wait a little bit. I don't know. There's so many ways to do this, and like I want like the cleanest, not like necessarily the cleanest way, the easiest way and the fastest way to build it. And I'm kind of thinking, if we have to like, I guess we could have like a mesh manager or something like that with the component on it, and that'll just have like an array of meshes, and then it'll just spawn them and then destroy it, like, and that'll be fine. I was thinking like that's gonna be like inefficient if we're like spawning and destroying like every few seconds, but who cares? It's a jam game, and it doesn't matter. You're at work, fair enough. Hello, Castle. We're gonna go with Castle. Saul. Thanks for being here. Anyway, yeah, okay, so I think that's what we'll do for like foliage. And in that case, we'll just do like a looping like sand material, maybe we don't use this pack then. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to make it look kind of AAA. We could just get like that like AAA looking effect. But like the problem is that I'm not gonna be able to like make this look as good as this kind of stuff. And I think doing clusters would work. And I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna make the clusters ahead of time. I think today we'll just like grab a bunch of meshes like this, you know, and like merge them all into one mesh and just like export them out or migrate them into the project, because we can start with a project already like going kind of. But if I just like merge all these meshes minus this like cloud here, whatever that is, we just like merge all this stuff together into like a big mesh, then we can just have that as one of the meshes on the thing. We'll just spawn it. I wonder what this material looks like if we just did like a looping material of this though. And I can't put foliage on it, but it won't matter anyway because you're going to be like this high up. And that foliage doesn't even show up that high up. I always forget where all the controls are. This would be really cool if we could make it like, maybe we could, you know, maybe we could just use this map and just like start the player like here and then just move it like real slow. Wait, how long does this level be? Like a minute, 30 seconds? We could maybe like duplicate, like we could like merge this whole map and then duplicate it, like two of them. I don't know, if we want to move the whole map underneath the player instead of moving the player, I guess, is there any reason we couldn't move the player? I know in like scroller games like this, you typically just move the background. We could also, instead of having like a desert, we could also just have like clouds. Just have like an AI generated like image of clouds, whatever, that we just pan. What if we did that and then we just had like a fog card? So we do like a cloud layer, then we spawn like islands, like this kind of, like these kinds of islands, like big tall stuff like this, right? And then we put a fog card above that, or maybe even just around them, that fades out the bottom of them so they fade out into the ground. And then we can just spawn a few of those, and then it's just like big tall, like we could even like make them collisions. If you run into them, you blow up. Hi, Wendy. I was just watching, I was looking up a YouTube video made for Swords and Magic that someone was mentioning that they saw like Swords and Magic in a YouTube video, they think. And so I was trying to pull up one of the more popular ones we had, and I came across a video called The Story of Swords and Magic. It was by Prestige. And they were just talking about like the whole history, and obviously you were in it, and I was like, not you personally, but like they talked about you in it. And I was like, man, I miss the good old days when we had like a whole team and people to talk to and working on this. Have you been? Are these all the same mesh? They look like they are. That would be fine, I think. We just kind of scale them like crazy. That might look cool. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just do clouds, and then we'll put like some big cliff pieces, and I bet we can just grab other cliff pieces from somewhere else too. Other like stuff in there, like this one. We can kind of scale the hell out of most of these, and they look fine. one piece. Yeah, but it's got foliage in it. And we could use a different pack too. I have other rock packs that might work better. Okay, and then so I missed two, bud. I've been good working towards a scrum job and got to reference Swords of Magic as a case study of attempting scrum with small teams. That's awesome. Cool. Small diverse teams. That's cool. Very fun. Congrats on that. Good luck. That's really cool. You can always use me as a reference if you need for anything. Okay, so yeah, the next big hurdle is going to be like obviously getting the player moving. Let's figure that part out now. So I have gameplay component. Okay, looks like I already started playing with player input, and I do not think this is going to work. Oh wait, no, I think I did get this working. Looks like I was in the middle of it though, because maybe not. A and D, I think. Okay, let's put our character in then. Let's go window. World settings already down here. Been in UE for a week, all month, last 2 months. Let's go. We're gonna need a game mode. I guess we can just do this one. It's fine. No, we're gonna need a new game mode, I guess, which can't have any. So, okay, so here's where I think I have to stretch this a little bit. Just to get like Unreal working at all, I have to have several classes. I can't just have like no classes. But the stipulation is one script. So I think as long as all my classes are empty and don't have any scripts on them, no code at all, other than just like what I have to have that's like built into Unreal Engine, which I don't think I could change those things. Like I even started with an empty project, so I don't have any template stuff or anything like that. It's all just like blank default Unreal Engine project. So I don't think I can change too much more. I'm sure there's a way to go and like strip down like all of my classes and have no classes, but I feel like that would probably just break the whole engine. I don't think it would even run. So I think what I have to do is just keep all of my code in here. I can't have a single node in anything else, but I'm probably gonna have to be able to have multiple classes with data on them, right? I don't know how else I would do this. Like I have to have a game mode. It's called BH for bullet hell, I guess. Like I have to have this, and I have to like set it to my player class. Do I have one already? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I thought I had one because like, yeah, I have a player pawn. Let's call it BP. Player pawn, so I know that's what it is. And that's all I do in there and all I can do in there. I can't do anything else in here. Okay, so let's drop our pawn in here. So I had a bunch of like random assets. Actually, let's just do a player start. not selecting them. Duh. I just had a ton of random assets already, and so I decided just to use one of them, or use some of them. Should use like a blank level probably for this, but okay, we did an auto. Why? Oh. Still no. We have a camera. Why did it not possess this? We have player pawn selected. This is using the right game mode with the player pawn. Why are we not possessing it? Do we have more than one player start? Yep. There we go. Okay, so we have A and D working. That's nice. I think we need our camera to stay still though. Which means we probably don't want a camera on our pawn. We probably want like a this is gonna be, I mean, once we know how to do this, it'll probably be easier, but this is gonna be a lot of work. Once we built it the first time, it'll be a lot faster and easier to build it again, but it's gonna be like getting all this stuff to work the first time is gonna be probably a day or two of work. Is it worth it? I don't know. Okay, let's go to our component. We're doing add movement input, which is probably fine. I think we just need a separate all right, let's make a new blueprint class. This is also going to be a pawn because it has to be possessed. So we're going to call this BP cam pawn, I guess. And it's just going to have a camera on it. Let's actually steal the camera from this one. Oh. Okay, so that means where our player start is where our camera pawn's gonna be. So we should have played now. We should just have a camera. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go to player start. Cool. Okay. All right, and now we need a pawn in here. There we go. That's what I was confused about. I was going with that. That makes sense. Okay, so let's get our player start and let's set this to 0, I guess. Oh, 180. Very close already. And make sure this one's also set to 180. Okay, so we're possessing that, and we don't want to. I don't understand. Why are we not getting this pawn? I'm confused. Oh. We probably want this. But there we go. So do we scale it down? Do we drop it down closer to the ground? Maybe all the above. Cool. It would be nice to like rotate this when we're moving, but it's probably fine. Yep, progress. Let's go to our component. So the component here, this is all probably gonna be built from scratch in the hour. I'll have this copy up probably so I can reference it and just kind of copy it over, but I have to build most of this in an hour. So I'm gonna have all the assets ready to go. And I'll just have them all in the project ready to go, because last time I did not do that. So I spent the whole time importing assets, setting up assets, and then building all the code from scratch. When my competitors did not do that. They had all their stuff ready to go in the project already. So I think I'll have everything ready to go except for the code. And the code I will build entirely from scratch in that hour. Like, I'm even probably gonna have like my player pawn set up already like this, because that's pretty much what they did. They had like a character going and everything already. So, and I spent way too much time doing that last time. It was like half an hour of just like setting up assets and like bringing them in and building animations and all that stuff. And this time around, I'm not doing any of that stuff. What's up, Ben? Sort of. I was invited, so I don't know if you saw. I'll just link the video actually. Hang on. This one. I was invited to do this video, to be part of this battle video, a couple months ago, where we have on 1 hour. There's 3 of us: a Unity dev, Godot dev, and an Unreal dev. Have to make a game in 1 hour, with a theme and some stipulations or whatever, and some restrictions or whatever. And so I did that, but I just kind of like totally misunderstood exactly what the game was supposed to do and be like. You saw it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so I feel like I got just like torn to shreds in the comments section a little bit. Not necessarily me, but just like Unreal, and I just feel bad about it. So I reached out to them and I was like, if you guys ever want me back, like I'm bringing some firepower next time. Like I'm not gonna let that happen again. So I got invited back again. So we're prepping this time. I did some prepping last time, don't get me wrong, But this time I'm doing bigger prepping and like following suit with the other devs that I was working with, or that I challenged against, whatever. They had a lot of stuff, but a lot more stuff prepared than I did, I feel like, especially assets and stuff to make their game look better. So that's my goal this time, is like I want this to look like a polished AAA game in an hour. But that means a lot of like setup beforehand, which is really cheating, but like that's fine. Like one of them, and I'm sure you saw in the game, like literally just imported a whole like pre-built level, and I was like, okay, that's definitely cheating. Like, so I'm not doing that. This level that you're seeing here is actually not going to be used. I'm gonna do an actual like looping sky texture that you like fly around. I just brought this in because I like the assets and they match the the airship thing I had already. So we're just using this as a placeholder, kind of. We might rip some assets from it. So the plan right now is it's gonna be a little airship game. This time around, it's a bullet hell game, and the stipulation is 1 script. Meaning, I keep saying stipulation, but it's the restriction or whatever, or the challenge, or whatever. It's 1 script. So in Unreal Engine, that's kind of weird because like there's not really like scripts, but there are components. So I've decided that's how I'm gonna like interpret it, is I can only have 1 component and no code anywhere else. So I'm building 1 gameplay component that I'm snapping onto everything in the game that needs to like functionality, and then just using like a big like case statement, like switch case statement, to like determine what it is. It's gonna be a lot. It's probably gonna be pretty messy, but yeah. So my plan is have the ground moving underneath the player, so it just pans down. It won't be ground, it'll be like clouds probably, and then I'm gonna spawn like big, like tall, like spiky islands out like above the like out frame or whatever that will pan down. We'll scroll down, and then hopefully I'll be able to like fade those in nice. They look good, and then the player will have to avoid those, and then we'll also be spawning enemy airships or dragons. I did think about dragons. I thought it'd be kind of fun if they were like dragons with the enemies, and they're just shooting like fire and ice and lightning and stuff like that at you, depending on what I get done. I'm trying not to spend too much time prepping for this because I feel like too much time is cheating. But I want to just get like, yeah, I'm thinking just fire might be good. All the bullets are just fire. I'm also thinking I've got movement working. You can move left and right now. I need to go up and down. I think we need some up and down movement. And obviously we need to feel the fire. And what I would like to do is use Niagara particles for all of the like bullets. I just don't know. I've done things like, you know, when a Niagara particle hits something, it like collides and then like triggers a kills the particle or whatever. I want to look into if I can trigger a gameplay event happening, because if I can get a particle to trigger like a damage like event, that would be fantastic, because then I can have like tons of particles on the screen at a time, like thousands, which would really make the bullet hell, like sell the bullet hell effect, right? And then hopefully just, you know, when they hit the player, then they'll do some damage and maybe like start a fire and things like that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I think as of right now, the only like mechanics is me moving around and then probably left clicking to fire, maybe right clicking to do like a different fire. I don't know. I'm also thinking you might be able to like see your mouse and then aim like your cannons. I don't know if you'll actually have the visible cannons, but I think the projectiles will just shoot from or toward your mouse instead, so you don't have to just shoot forward. That'll feel better. So yeah, it's kind of like a game jam, but yes, you know what it is. Okay, so let's get it moving up and down, I guess. All right, up and down is going to be X, I believe. Whoop. I need to check to see if my plugin is working in 5.6 yet. Should we look real quick? Because I'm so useless with that plugin. Please tell me. Nope. Not even. Oh, I already have it installed in 5.5. That's fine. Dude, I wish they would hurry up. Maybe I should use 5.5 just for that reason. I had to make a new project anyway, so maybe that'll be a good idea. This is going to be W S. I probably have this backward, but we'll flip it. Nope, I don't. Oh, but I cannot use them all at the same time because they're branching. That feels really bad. Okay. Should I do a sequence? I think the key is to not branch them like this. I mean, they're gonna have to branch. Ugh. Does this fix our problem? Yep. Beautiful. That's nice and smooth now. Okay, we can now move around. Now we need to do some research, I think, because now we need to know about the particles. What's up, Ryu? Yep, not Swords of Magic today. We're taking a break. Sorry, I've been MIA. Work-life balance has been shit. Then when I got some balance, I spent the past 2 weeks making a game. I'm back-ish. Nice. What game did you make? Did you do a jam? Was the epic jam going on that I missed? Honestly, for me, like, that's one of my favorite. After like a super stressful like life event or whatever, like sitting down and just getting lost in making a game is exactly what I want to do too. So I don't blame you. Just a random game jam. Nice. Cool. We're prepping for a Game Dev TV battle video. Oh, I cannot paste it again because I did this video, or I was invited to do this video with Game Dev TV a few weeks ago, a couple months ago. And they invited me back again, so I'm prepping for another one of those videos. This time I'm making a bullet hell, and the restriction is one script. So I'm building everything in one gameplay component here. So our event tick is going to have a bunch of junk on it, and we have a bunch of like casts we'll be doing, I'm sure, from the owner. But yeah, everything's gonna be built in one script. I'm gonna have other classes. They just won't have any code in them at all. I mean, I don't know how else to do it. I don't think that there's like a way to like build a game like this without multiple classes. The game I just made for the jam was multiplayer bullet hell. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Hard to balance for, yeah. Especially multiplayer. Wait, are you playing against someone else or with them? Like a PvP bullet hell would be really interesting. I've never seen that before with them. Cool. No, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie, I did consider multiplayer for this for like 2 seconds. Then I remembered that this whole game has to be built in 1 hour. Yeah. And with one script, there's no way in hell. 1 hour limit is you. Yeah, well, there's a lot, I can do a lot of prep, right? So I'm prepping a lot of stuff. So for example, in the first video, if you watch it, you don't have to watch it, it's kind of long, but if you do watch it, you'll see that one of the devs in there just literally just imported a whole Cinti level in, and there was like, okay, this is my level design, and I was like, dude, you spent a whole hour just making one mechanic work, and then you used a Cinti level. Which, no hate, it's just a fun challenge video. It's not like there's like prize money or that. We're not even getting paid, so it's just for fun. But yeah, so I don't know. So I decided, okay, well, I can do a lot more cheating then on my end. So I'm doing a lot of prep stuff. Love those types of ones. Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna be probably building a bunch of like static meshes to move around the screen, or like to simulate movement. So I'll probably just move them from the top of the screen to the bottom. I'm gonna set up some like nice, like probably AI generated, to be honest with you, cloud background image that I can use. I'm not gonna use this background. It looks nice and it matches the airship really well, but I don't know how I would move this in a way that feels natural, because it's a whole terrain, right? Like this is a whole terrain and there's a bunch of meshes on it, and I don't think you can move a whole terrain with everything on it. I mean, clearly I can't. Oh, I guess I can, but well, the meshes don't go with it. But I need to like move it like seamlessly as the character. I guess we can move the player to, I don't know. There's other ways to do it. We can easily move the player as well. The problem is then I have to figure out where to spawn. I guess I could have like a spawn box that moves with the player or something. I don't know. I think just having a moving cloud cover or cloud like mesh or something underneath the character is probably going to look better and just be easier to work with in an hour. What exactly is this game? It is a top-down bullet hell where you fly an airship, which we literally just set up. I actually think my airship's backward though. Is it backward? No, who knows? It's whichever way I want it to go. It kind of looks backward. No, it's not. Where you pilot an airship, or whatever, yeah, an airship, and it's gonna be a bullet hell game. I'm trying to decide if the enemies are gonna be airships or if they'll be dragons. I think I have some like dragon. I have like an actual like dragon. It's like a wyvern, but I don't know what happened to it. Like, I know it used to be in my library because I use it in Swords Magic, but I don't know where it is. I know it was on the Epic Store, so I wonder if they just took it down. It had like a name too. Maybe that's why it's not coming up. Like the wyvern was named something. Anyway, but I think we have like some dragons. No, I swear I did. Worms. There we go. I was thinking about using these guys. I thought these guys would make some cool enemies. Should we use these, or should we use other airships for the enemies? Been stockpiling those free assets too? Oh, dude, yeah. For years now. I have so many. I have so many. Look at all these things. My God. It's just nuts. And like maybe like 1% of these I've actually paid for. The rest are all just the free ones they give you. But yeah, there's so much. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I think the worms or the dragons would be the coolest. I guess they're worms. They don't have back legs. Ones are on the same, and I don't even know how to make a cube move. So there's that. I mean, there's a lot of ways to make a cube move, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's okay. If you want to learn, you have assets to learn with now. If you don't, who cares? That's the thing. Like, I'm sure a ton of people have stockpiled these assets and just never used any of them. Like, I probably used 15 of these, you know, for things, and they never like went anywhere, you know. So it's like it doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Anyway, explosions builder. Should we use this? What is this? This looks awesome. If we could just steal these. Is this Niagara? I assume it is. Neither of them come up. Okay. But yeah, I'm totally not against building all of our effects and stuff like that, and then just bring them in during the hour. There's just no way I can build all this cool stuff by then, you know. That's fine. Let's screw it. Let's put it in. We're just kind of learning with this project anyway. Let's see. So they don't fit this. Oh no, never mind. I need Niagara. Those will not work. Okay, but I do need particles, so let's find... I guess we could use some, like, we could just make our own real quick, but I'd rather use some assets. Is it going to be under effects, or is it going to be under... There's no effects, so it must be under... Not particles either. What is this under? Is there any reason they used the hour instead of the other dev challenge stuff like the Two Brothers? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. The oh god, I lost the name. I think I know what you're talking about. Where they like pass the project, or they do like elimination, the thing I think it is. I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. I don't know. We've discussed a couple different things, like doing longer videos and stuff. Because yeah, I agree. Like you get a much better result if you have longer to work on it. So I don't know. I don't know why they choose that. I know. Oh, okay. So one of the things that we did bring that was brought up, actually, now that I think about it, was that they don't pay anyone to do this. So it's all just kind of like volunteering your time or whatever to just make a fun video. And I don't know if you saw in the last video they did, but like they didn't really do anything to promote the developers either, which I was a little disappointed with. I wish they would do a thing where like it was like they introduce each developer and talk about what they worked on and then share links or whatever, and like give a call to action for each developer so they can get their stuff seen or whatever. Because that would be nice, because they get quite a few views on those videos. Like how many views does this have? This one has 78,000 views in a month, and they had to repost this one. The other one had like 20,000 views before they reposted it, if I remember correctly, because they screwed up the sound or something. So like, it would be really nice if they gave some sort of like, you know, and put like our links or something like that in the description. Like, but there's no, like, all you can do is find, there's just an @ tag, which doesn't do anything. Like, it's not even linked or anything. It's just @Michael Like, that doesn't tell anyone to do anything. So I don't know. I feel like if they gave us like a shout out, then that would be really nice. But I really like Game Dev TV, and I'm affiliated with them, so I can kind of use this as like a way to like promote them. I literally just had an auto message pop up and promote their courses. So I get paid if you guys buy those courses. So anyway, yeah. But yeah, the reason they won't do like longer things is because they're not paying us anyway, and so they feel guilty like asking us to spend like a week building a game that we're not getting paid to do, you know, which I think is, you know, admirable, I guess. Like I like that. What the hell is this under? I need particle effects. Shaders, smoke, sound effects. I have no idea what this is under. Why do they not just have like an effects? Fire and explosions. That's fine. Okay. Even though I don't know these work either. Okay, this isn't. Let's just. We're gonna look through this ourselves, I guess. Portals. If I just search particle. I really wish it showed which versions they had like right there on that screen. Okay, this will work. We'll just use these ones. Now I'm back and can hear what is being discussed. Oh, sorry, Rayu. Blackthorn Prod. Yes, that's the one. I feel like they are mostly interested in promoting themselves and their things. I get that. Just talking about how I am not a fan of the only 1 hour format. I want to see more finished products. That said, hearing you can dev up is nice. Yes. Dev up meaning you can dev up to the competition is nice. Yes. Well, I don't know how much we're supposed to be doing of this, but there's not really like any serious rules for it or that as far as I can tell. So like the first time around I was like, cool, I'm just gonna like practice like running through this whole thing in an hour, and then I'm gonna, you know, and I was tempted to like copy paste code because I had it sitting on my other monitor, you know, because I had to like reference it as I was writing it. But I'd done it like 3 times to make sure I could do the whole thing in an hour, and I could, and then I crashed during the jam. I don't remember why either. I think I deleted a node or something that I shouldn't have. I don't remember. Or I tried to delete a blueprint or something that I accidentally made. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, the point is, I don't know how much prep you're actually supposed to be doing, and there's not really like any rules or regulations against this, and there's no winnings anyway, so who cares? But so yeah, I'm definitely cheating this time around because everybody else did. Okay, we have a VFX cool toolkit. I just want to use things that are pre-made. I know that that's lame, but where are they? Particle systems. Here we go. I just need like simple like fireball effects. This is too like, yeah, I that's too much to ask for, I guess. Yeah. That kind of sucks because there's not like a simple fireball in here at all. I can probably just like make one out of some of this stuff. I could probably just use a glowy like orb or something too, but that's kind of lame. How is there not just like a fireball? Torch fire. This is probably fine, right? Like we can probably just use this and have this like just duplicate or something, and then what's this one? It's a little too cartoony and doesn't quite do anything that I need to do. Also, these are Cascade. I thought Cascade didn't work in 5 anymore. Anyway, we don't need the sparks. Those ones are fine. Yeah, this sucks because I know I can't do what I need to do in Cascade. I have to do it in Niagara, so now I have to use that in Niagara anyway. This flame is on fire. Cool. Torch fire is a material. I really don't want to spend a bunch of time making particle effects. And these are all Niagara, or cascade effects. So this is completely useless. Delete. Well, if you want to see the bullet hell we put together in 2 weeks, here's a link. Oh, cool. See, Unreal just hates it when you delete things. I don't know what the deal is. Just, God forbid you delete anything. Okay, fireball? Nope. Explosion? Besides, nope. Okay. Skip restore, I don't care. Sorry, let's see. I did a lot of the code as well. However, I did not touch the networking. Fair enough. Ninja, a guy I met and joined up with, did that, and we had a guy do the turret code. Another guy did the upgrade logic for the turrets and the barge. You are 100% correct that doing a jam when out for a while helps. I really am motivated to get back to the dev life. Awesome. Congrats on that, dude. Particles are a time sink for sure. I can spend 1 day on a particle. Yeah, seriously. Oh, dude, this looks so nice. Did you do the art for this? Or did you guys use a pack? You definitely used some sort of pack. There's no way you made all this art. It wouldn't surprise me, though. This definitely looks like your level of quality. Dude, this looks so cool. Did you guys win? This looks fantastic. The art buildings are Cinti? Oh, okay. Wow. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say the robot looks like your work. That's why I asked immediately. Very cool. Looks good. Nice job. Are you guys gonna keep making this? Looks good. That is one thing that I really should just invest in, is like just like a big pack of like FX. There's a hack and slash one, but that's not gonna do me any good. And this FX variety pack, but I don't think this is an old one, I think. So I also don't think it's Niagara. Yeah, VFX are like, especially particles, those are like my biggest weakness. And I never have like what I need. Here's a mega magic VFX bundle. Can I open this without? Yeah, thank you. I guess we'll look at these two also. Fluid Ninja VFX tools. We don't need fluids. I just need a damn fireball, please. I don't want to spend all day looking for particles, and there's no way I'm making one. Well, okay. These ones look pretty cool. And this looks like we could have a fireball out of these. The problem is, what version number? Up to 4. Okay, so 5, 6. But I swear if these are Cascade, I'm going to be so pissed if I add them to the project and they don't work. Hold on, let's look at the other ones. So this is the hack and slash one, which also looks awesome, but I don't think this is going to work for us because these are all slash effects. Okay. So no. And then this one looks awesome too, and looks like it has some fireballs that need some tweaking. This would be so cool to do like electricity and stuff too for the dragons, but they have fireballs. 5-4. God. I mean, it's probably nothing has changed, right? We could try it. We could try adding it and see if this. I mean, I don't see any. Again, I don't see Niagara listed anywhere. If they don't list Niagara somewhere, then it's probably not Niagara, and then I can't use it because I have to be able to like I have to be able to like hook into like the on hit effects if I can even do this. Let's just ask GPT if you can even do it. Not that GPT knows the answer to that, but it might steer us in the right direction. You can enable collision and then use on particle collide event in blueprints to respond to it. Asking it to check online usually works. Can you make one and send it to me? Yeah, sure. Spawn the particle on a projectile, it's easier. So the thing is, because it's a bullet hell, I want like hundreds of particles on the screen or things on the screen at a time, and I'd rather figure out a way to do it with particles. So like when the particle actually hits, it just destroys itself and then triggers a blueprint. I think it's gonna be a lot cheaper than actually building projectiles, but I could be wrong, and maybe I can have hundreds of projectiles and it's fine. Maybe it's not a big deal. Let's see. Oh, I didn't hit send, I guess. Someone asked if you can apply gameplay effects or damage from Niagara collisions. Strongly advised against it for anything gameplay critical. High performance cost 2 line traces per particle. Okay, so maybe not then. Doesn't account for moving targets. Doesn't replicate on server. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're doing. That's fine. We can do projectiles. That's fine. It's just going to be very difficult to build this now. Because if I have to spawn a projectile, I can't put any code on the projectile at all. So I have to spawn a projectile, and then I have to like bind on hit, I guess. Here, if we're doing a projectile, we don't need to worry about the effects right now. We can just either, I mean, right, if you really want to make me one, I'd be fine with that. But it looks like I can just use one of those ones. It looks like I can just use the cascade ones now that I'm not going to use the on hit effects. So let's make a blueprint class. Is there a projectile class? I can't remember. You just add the projectile component, right? Meteor projectile? Oh, that's because that toolkit didn't get deleted. That's okay. We're making a new thing anyway. Projectile. We'll use like a boolean or something to determine if it's an enemy or not. Okay. So I guess we can add a particle on here. I really thought that cascade was like gone. I thought they dumped that. Okay. If I rotate this, does it actually rotate? Yes, it does. So I can't add any code onto this. So what I have to do, I can add a collision sphere. Actually, I probably want, that'll be fine actually. I probably just want to block all though. Maybe not. Maybe overlap is fine. Just do custom. Yeah, I think overlap is fine. That's literally all I can do though. And now everything else has to be handled in here. Spawn the particle and projectile. It's easier. You make them GPU based. Interesting. I will test tonight on the one I just made, and I can let you know the upper limits. Yeah, I mean, it's fine either way. Okay, that's input. I guess we need more input. So we need all this can go back here. Let's do another sequence over here, I guess. Well, to try to keep this like kind of clean, we'll do this movement. This is going to be firing, sure. Okay, we're going to want no spacebar. Spawn projectile, no spawn actor for class. I guess we can get like, we'll just spawn it like player's location, I guess. Split. Go there. We want to spawn it well, I don't know what the rotation is going to be. I guess we want to do like get look at rotation, and we're going to try to find I don't know. I'm doing this. We really need to like. We just need to add projectile movement on here. Velocity 1. Just say 500 for now. Max speed 500. Gravity scale 0. We want no gravity. See, because like I'm supposed to only have one script, but this whole projectile movement is like its own thing, and I feel like this is cheating, but like I don't know. I'm not writing the code, right? Need to open our level. Damn it. Oh, I already scaled that down. Backward. are we backward? Because the player starts backward? Yep. Oh yeah, my ship's backward too then. Okay, right. I mean, it works. Let's scale it up. Scaling particles never works how I want it to. And we just need lifetime. Let's do 1 to 2.5. That's better. Oh snap, they have light on them. Honestly, that's gonna look really cool if that doesn't affect performance too much. Look how great that looks. Cool. Okay, the question is, we need to put a, oh man, we just need to spawn a particle. Like ahead of the player. So let's just do spawn. We can make a function for like spawning a projectile, I guess. Let's do that because we're going to be using it a lot. Let's split this. We're never going to want to scale our projectiles, but we do need to set rotation. Always spawning more collisions. And then the problem is we need to find event on, how do we do this? After hit. Right. Another function for projectile hit. Man, how am I going to do this in an hour? I mean, I'm going to know what I'm doing and I'll just kind of be able to copy the code probably, but this is going to be a lot of work. Whose idea was this? Create event. Create a matching. No, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to. Fine. I wish I could rename that. Well, this will be nice. Now I can just like get the component from the actor. Get component by class. Gameplay component, what I called it. Yep. And I can just call like a deal damage. We're just gonna have to do like a generic like 1 damage for everything and then just give different things different health, I guess. We can also get the self actor here, thank God, and other actors, so we can check to see if they can actually deal damage then. So we'll do, we need a, like a, should I do an enum for like whether it's a player or not? Let's just do component. We have an actor type, so we can just do get component. Actually, we should. I can't. Oh yeah, I was gonna say we should do like a BPFL or a blueprint interface. I guess we could do an interface, right? We could build an interface because the code doesn't live on the interface. It's just a. That would be fine. That would probably be a lot faster than trying to do this every single time. If I just built one interface rather than get component by class every time and checking things. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Morning, it's 11:45. It's before noon, it's still morning. Okay, actually, we should just promote this. Working on the battle video prep. I did tell everyone what it was, so hope there was no NDA or anything like that. I inadvertently signed.
If you know anyone else, do more.
Hey Ryu, are you still in here? I know the ad break just ended, so you might not have heard me say that, but Ryu, if you're still in here, let me know. If not, I'll just message you later. Let's call this, what, instigator type or something, or attacker. And then we'll do we'll check to see if this is not equal. It's just player, enemy, and environment. We want to make sure this is not the same as our actor type. Actually, this could be controlling. This will be controlling all the projectiles, and we don't know who's it's controlling. So we just need to know the person hit. And we should also destroy actor on this hit and play a sound effect and all that jazz. Okay. We don't have a sound effect for this right now. We'll grab one before it's all said and done. We'll have one. Okay, I think this is gonna work. I guess we don't even need the hit result. We can literally just get the other actor. Whatever. Okay, so to test this, I want to spawn one like ahead of the player. Let's just spawn one like right here, and we'll just do like a target point. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just get this local. And then I want this location. Zero rotation. Spawn projectile. Oh, I can't use that. Make. I paste it in here. Nope. Fine. Negative 1200 at 2070. I think I need to determine who the owner is, though, when I spawn a projectile. Which means our projectile needs an owner. Oh, I guess we could just do that. Does our our projectile could have just had... No, that doesn't matter. Oh man, should it? How are we even doing this? Okay, so now I'm confused. On hit, we're checking to see self getting component. Okay, so we need a component. The projectile has to have, or we can do get owner or get instigator. Let's just do that. Let's just do get instigator, and then we'll get a component from them. No, it'll just be self. Oh no, self can't be. Instigator can't. No, that's fine. Get owner. Get owner. Jesus. Cast to actor? Do I really need to do that? It's already an actor. Instigator needs to be a pawn? Oh. Let's do a pure cast. We know everything's gonna be a pawn. Maybe, actually. That's not necessarily true. I guess we can also check if this is not valid, then we know it's gonna be environmental. Not that we're like, I don't think we're gonna have anything environmental, but it would be kind of cool if we had like some stationary like cannons or something. But I guess we could just make those pawns too, because we did have to be moving, or we could have just attached them to things. We can definitely do some cool stuff if we have time. It's fine. This is going to be valid. Okay, so when we spawn the projectile, it now has an instigator for sure. We should give these a lifetime in case they miss. Is there a way? No. Was actor recently rendered? Let's do this. I want to know if we can use this to kill something when it leaves the screen. I guess we can also just give them a lifetime, but that could be less useful. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we have a projectile. It did. I'm assuming it hit me, but it did not do anything. Projectile. Sphere. Need it. That's overlap events. I think this needs to be. I think we need to block. What is our player pawn? We should probably just have like a... Oh, that's fine. We'll just make this get hit. World dynamic blocks everything. Goes right through it. Huh. Oh. Collision enabled. That would be why, probably. Okay, try one more time. Nope. Does this just not have collisions, maybe? I mean, I'm pretty sure it does. How do I view collisions on here? Definitely has collisions. Hmm. I don't get it. This is a world dynamic. Collision enabled. Simulation generates hit events. Is that the problem? Damn it. My player pawn need to simulate hit events? World dynamic, blocks, world dynamic. Projectile, world dynamic, blocks, world dynamic. Collision enabled. I don't know what else I'm doing wrong, but something is not triggering a hit event. No meeting, can hear voice now. Okay. I was gonna ask you, Jana is the one that's like orchestrating these battle events, which is probably why I got invited again. Because she works for Game Dev TV. I don't know if you knew that. But she is looking for more people for the next video, and she said if anyone is interested in doing one, to let her know. So if you're interested in being in one of the videos, let me know. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be in a video together because we would probably both do Unreal Engine, I assume. I'm definitely not confident enough to do an hour battle video in any other engine. Okay, what the hell's going on with this? Why is this not working? Maybe this needs a static mesh. Maybe like, I don't know. I'm checking hit events, right? I'm binding to spawn projectile, bind event to on actor hit. Generate hit events must be enabled on your projectile's collision component. Done. Your projectile's collision must block the channel of the object you're hitting. Done. Simulate hit. True. Yes. Custom preset or collision preset custom. Query and physics. Object type projectile. We don't have an object type, and we definitely don't have projectile. We have an object type. We don't have projectile. That's fine. What if we just set this to be, I don't know, world static, I guess? It doesn't, I don't know. Projectile movement component may bypass physics-based collisions unless you're using it correctly. Make sure should bounce is disabled. That doesn't matter. It's not hitting anything anyway. Oh, maybe I need... No. It's not moving fast enough that I need continuous collision, right? We'll turn them on anyway, but I don't think that's going to matter. Mesh's root, not collision. What? If your projectile's root component is a mesh, hit events often fail. Use a collision component as root. Well, it's not the root. Maybe we should make it the root. Why did that just change? Oh, because now the particle system is scaled based on it. Oh, I think we hit the other. Wait, no. It's just there. No valid hit targets. Overlap versus hit. If you're using overlaps in a block on hit, won't fire. Blocking. Player pawn. Blocking. What else am I missing? This kind of stuff could like eat up your whole hour if I don't like remember exactly what was not working for this. I don't understand why this isn't triggering. I don't know. What's up, boss? Welcome in. Can I just simulate from here? Okay, good. Why are you not triggering, dude? Let's put a breakpoint here. Great, we did it. Oh, am I an idiot? Maybe... Maybe I'm dumb. First of all, we're spawning multiple projectiles. I think it's hitting. No, it's not hitting. I just realized, like, what is actually triggering this to fire? The player pawn is. well. Let's just go make an enemy. We'll just skip this for now, I guess. And then once we actually get to the point where we're actually setting it up, then we'll do it again. Damn it. It'll work. It's fine. Worms. I assume we have animations. Okay, good. We're just gonna use like a real quick and dirty state machine here. So first of all, we'll give them a default animation, and then we'll let them play animation when they fire, I guess. And we should give them... I was gonna give them floating pawn movement, but I'm thinking now we don't need to do that. We should just move them along a curve. Yes. There are two different worms. That one. And this one. I was gonna say, where's my materials? There's only two different materials for that one. That's fine. We are gonna have to maybe we'll just make multiple enemy actors. We also need to my god, this is honestly making a bullet hell in an hour is already hard enough, but the one script thing is going to make this so much harder. Definitely gonna be interesting. I'll enjoy watching. Ryu, were you interested in doing one of these battle videos? Maybe if I convince Jana to actually like let us promote our stuff during the video. I'm actually gonna talk to her about that today. I just feel like it's like only fair to let us like promote our things if we're gonna take time out of our busy schedule to like, you know, spend a week prepping for this and then spending an it's like at least 3 hours like in the call actually. 2 to 3 hours. It's like an hour of the actual like filming process, but you have to like do setup for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so, and then there's like a little bit of teardown at the end of it you do. So it's like at least a 2-hour call. Yeah, cool. I will let her know. I'm sure she'll be in touch. Okay, so let's give this guy a default animation. No, animation asset. Idle. Worm idle. Worm 2 idle. No, we gotta be flying. Oh no. Did we screw this up? We have a landing and a takeoff. Oh, okay, there we go. But let's go look here. Attack, 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 death, death. Flight. Oh, that's why. Flight fast and flight slow. So we'll give them flight slow. Maybe, probably. Yeah, now we're talking. Damn. I'm just thinking about all the cool stuff we can do with this that would make this look really good if we didn't have to do it all in one script. I mean, it's fine. It's just gonna be a lot more work. All right, we cast. If we fail to our player pawn, then we need to cast to enemy. If we fail that, we know this is an environment, or this could be like, I don't know, some sort of manager or something. I don't know. We'll see. And we should promote this to our like enemy. Okay. And then we need to like immediately like send this guy on a path. Let's build a. Can we just add a spline? Spline mesh actor? No, I just want like a spline. I don't see any spline pieces on here. I don't know if I can use a spline. I really wanted to use a spline because then I could just like create different like splines or whatever, like where the enemy is gonna go. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sternal. Appreciate it. We could make a blueprint spline actor, but I think, and maybe, you know what, maybe we can actually. Maybe just an empty blueprint spline would be fine. We just add a spline. I think this will work. I can't do any code on it, but I think we can just drag a spline in. We need to make sure it's the same height as this 2070. Yeah, okay. right? Now we're talking. Okay. So what I need to do is I need an actor that's probably just going to handle like spawning enemies. Or like a like a gameplay manager or something. I don't know. I just need an actor to be able to attach the component to that can do something other than the enemy and player behavior. So I guess we'll just call this like gameplay manager, I guess. Sure. This will just hang out in here. Let's have one of these. This is what are these called? They're called singletons. We're making this a singleton. Okay, and then edit this. Add our gameplay component. Literally all we have to do. That can go away. This can go away. Okay, let's go to our gameplay component. Let's do cast to game play manager. I guess environment is kind of like, I don't know. We need like a, like, I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter. Promote variable. Gameplay manager. Okay, and then we'll do like over here. Custom event. Spawn enemies. Or let's do this. Let's rename this to like init gameplay, I guess. And we'll make a function called spawn enemy. Let's do, we'll just do, well, no, not here, not here. Any sort of like gameplay initialization, like move this thing or make that thing handle this thing or like do whatever, like start the game, spawn some UI, whatever, like that's all gonna happen on here. So let's just spawns UI, handles moving any meshes, spawns enemies, etc. This can also handle like if the game, like if you win or not, I don't know. I don't know if we'll get that far in an hour, but as long as we have gameplay, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just gonna be a survival thing. Spawns equals simple. Are you allowed to do children? Yeah, I can do children. I just there's not really like a set of rules anywhere. So what I'm doing is kind of just making up my rules, making up my own rules. The only thing we're told is everything has to be in one script, or there has to be one script. So I'm not adding code to anything, but I am making empty classes. I think like there's no other way to do this, right? Like I don't think I can have like one master class that I like swap out the mesh of and, you know, change. Like that would literally take me an hour just to like set up like the like one class, because then I have to like swap out like, okay, this one is a manager, so I want to just delete all the components that I don't need. This one's going to be a player, so I need to make sure I add on this component. Like it's just gonna be a mess. So I'm gonna give myself the rule that like I can have as many classes as I want as long as I don't add any code to any of the classes. I can only have code in one place, and that's this gameplay component, and that's it. Maybe for the actual battle, instead of calling it gameplay component, I'll call it like the one script or something for fun. Yeah, I can do children. I just when I do a child, like if I can make a child of the enemy or whatever, all I can change is like the look of it, right? That's like all I'll be able to change. So, and I'll probably do that. Or I could just swap the mesh out, I guess. That wouldn't be a big deal. Okay, let's do a custom event over here. Let's call this enemy spawner. This is going to be, or let's call this start spawning, I guess. And we'll do a set timer by event. Thank God I can do these in a component. You know what I can't do in a component though? I don't think I can do a timeline. Shit. I didn't think about that, but I definitely can't do a timeline, which means that's fine. I just have to run, our enemies have to run on tick. That should be fine. I don't think I need a timeline for anything. I think I can do interfaces, and I could do event dispatchers as long as I don't add, like, I could only do them for this component. Like, I couldn't add an event dispatcher on the enemy. It had to just be on the gameplay component. So, I guess. I don't know. But I could do interfaces. It's just the interface would only be able to, like, talk to this component, which is kind of, like, a moot point, because, like, I don't know. It should be fine. We'll just do a custom event here. We're gonna do spawn. Let's just do one every 3 seconds for now and see what that feels like. Sure, we'll do looping, I guess. And we could ramp this up, so I could turn looping off and like have a variable or whatever that ramps this up to get more difficult as we go on. For now, we'll just do one every 3 seconds. We could also check to see, like, maybe have like a difficulty thing on the a difficulty variable on the gameplay component thing, whatever, that like ramps up. And then the enemies could spawn more and more difficult like things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get it built, and then we'll like balance it a little bit and see what that looks like and what that feels like and what we need to like change. And then we will worry about how we pack it all into 1 hour, I guess. Okay, so spawn, we'll call spawn enemy. I think we could just do this here, but it's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it by making a function for it. I'm just trying to keep things relatively clean. I don't want to put a ton of code out on the event graph because this has to manage a bunch of different things, so I don't want to have it all laying in there. Okay, spawn actor from class. I was thinking I need to spawn AI, but it is not AI. There's no AI at all, so I don't need to. Enemy. I need to do get actors of class. Do enemy path. Random. Get. How do I get the start location? It's spline point. Just get the spline first, and then let's get a get point, get spline point at point index 0. Beautiful. World break. Nope. There's our position. Split struct. Do we rotate toward? I guess we can set that up on the character, I think. Oh, maybe we can't. Yeah, we can we'll set up on the character in the gameplay component in the section for like on event tick for the character. So if it's a character, we will rotate toward movement probably. Maybe we don't need to do that probably. I think we want them facing 0. We might want to... I think we need the skeletal mesh to rotate 90 degrees. Like that. Always spawn, ignore collisions. They're flying. I don't care if they overlap something else. It's fine. And then I guess, do we care about them like destroying anything, or like, or when they're destroyed? This is like the manager, so we could have like a score or something, or like experience or something we gain. Like what? I don't know. Do we want something like that? They could also just drop. We could just have like the enemy when they die, just have them like drop a power up or something, like old school, like shoot them up like bullet hells. If we want to do that, and maybe like the power up just like lets you shoot 2 fireballs at a time or whatever you're gonna shoot. I guess the player should just shoot like bullets. It would look better. Timeline is a tick anyway, and tick/timers are easier to manage from an early out perspective. I do a lot of global events. The reason I would like to do a timer or a timeline, sorry, but I can't. The reason I'd like to do it is because I can control a curve on it, right? So being able to build a quick curve is really easy, but I can technically do the same thing with a tick event easily, and I can even use curves if I wanted to, like build an actual like external curve actor or class, and then use that curve to run a tick event, which was fine. Okay, this thing should work. It'd be cool if we changed the scale, but we don't need to. We could change the scale based on like a difficulty or something. Ooh, what you got? What are you having for breakfast, Quinn? What is it? Quinn. Hey, what are you eating? Come here. Being a butthead. Just ignoring me. There is a rotation. I guess that doesn't matter though. We can we rotate? I guess rotating toward movement is the easiest way to do that. Toward velocity. I think I can do that on tick. Okay, anyway, I think this is fine. We just spawn the enemy. Great. Let's see if this works. Spawn a projectile. Yeah. We did that. That's not working yet, but... Oh, I'm moving this other character because I put 2 in. I forgot. Okay, let's delete this one. Also, let's move this character, or move my player back. We need to move them further back like this. I can't see my character. Well, I'll probably put like a hollow box or something you can't move around. Okay, we should have enemies spawning every 3 seconds. Oh yeah, I'm not telling them to move on the spline though. Duh. They're just spawning at the spline. Okay. So let's go in here. Okay, if we're an enemy, we need... Where's our event tick? This is going to be enemy movement. Oh, I'm an idiot. I made a graph. Delete. Okay. This is all running on tick, so if this is an enemy, oh, we should probably put the spline that it's on into the enemy. So we need a variable for spline. No, path. Well, actually, yeah, spline is fine, I guess. Just a spline component. The most annoying thing probably about making this is that it's like instead of having them all up in here, I had to like switch between all the tabs in here because it's all in one place. But at least I don't ever lose where anything is because it's pretty easy to find. But it won't be long before I'm starting to search for things in here, I know. Spawn enemy. Oh, we need to make that exposed on spawn. What's the matter, Quinn? He wants his pants on.
Oh, he screamed at me that he didn't want them.
He wants those pants, but he still wants pants.
I tried to put the other ones on.
Okay, there's our spline. Now we can get enemy character. Get spline. And how do we move this along the spline? We want to do set actor location of our character. We also want rotation, but for now we'll do location. It's fine. And we'll do it. Be right back, guys. back. Okay, so we need to set this guy's location. We need to alert between. We need to. I think we need to do a v-interp. We should do constant. That's what I want. I need a delta time. Speed, let's just do like 0.5. That'll probably be way too fast. I want to do a lot slower than that, but we can play with it. The current is going to be... Oh, how are we going to do this? I don't know. Hey Tangled. Recently I was working on my game and pulling my hair out trying to make a race car follow a spline without being attached to it. I did it in the end by using look at rotation and add rotation. I can even do drifts now. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. I am doing the same thing. I don't want drifts. And maybe. I don't know. They're dragons, so that would be kind of cool if they drifted, I guess. I just want them to snap to the point on the spline. I think I can do like find. I think I need like point. I can get location at spline point. This is the point of collision. I don't want the index. I want like I want a point on the spline, but I don't want like a point like an index point. You know what I mean? Like I don't want the point of the... I've done this before. Let's go open a different project. We did this on stream for this RTS game. Did we name it something else though and make a new version of it? Or is this the latest version? I've done this before, so I know it's possible. I do feel like we did it with a timeline, but we'll find out. Get location and distance along spline. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to v-interp this. Actually, I probably do. No. But I need to f-interp, I think. Between like, we need like a progress. I might be overcomplicating this. We probably didn't need to open this. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we want world space, we want... But now we need to know, like, the distance along the spline. And that's going to be determined... Is this a 0 to 1? Given a distance along the length of the spline. So I need to get the length. We need to normalize it. Spline length. Divided by enemy move progress. Does this make sense? Ad break coming up. Yeah, got that nickeled, yeah. So if we have our progress, we need to set this. How do we know? Like, I guess we could just add a number every frame, but that just seems like a bad way to do this. If you want to rotate the dragon to use get transform at distance. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to rotate them or not. I'm not sure if I want them to like strafe, you know? I think I want them to strafe because it's so they're gonna be coming. They're gonna be like this. They're gonna be following the spline down. I'm gonna make a bunch of splines. So I kind of want them to be facing toward the forward the whole time. So we'll see though. We'll see what it looks like, and we might try the rotation. Ad break's finishing. Cool. What's up, Sky? Welcome in. Okay, so how do I know? I guess I just need like a 0 to 1 progress, right? That just ticks up. Do I just add? Do I just add like? Do I just get our enemy move progress and add it? Just add like 0.001 or something every frame. I guess I should probably divide that. How does this work? I divide this by delta, right? To make sure it's... That's why I was trying to use the F interp. I think I might be overcomplicating this. This is for NPC patrol? Sort of, yes. We can pretend that's what it's for. I mean, get a float plus value and set the same float again. Yeah, that's what I'm, I'm thinking about doing. I mean, I don't know how else to do it, right? Like, I'd have to do that. No, you multiply this by, you don't divide. Right? You multiply this by delta to make sure it's the same no matter what you do. Right? I think that's right. You can use a timer if you don't want to use tick. Anything above 0.1 is cheaper than tick. Yeah, I can, yeah. I don't mind. I want to use tick because I want it to be smooth. And if I don't do that, I think it's going to be... Oh, I see what you're saying. I could set their progress. Right. So I could set progress outside of this. And then just use the F interp to blend it. Okay, so let's go. Let's make a custom over here. Set enemy move progress. Set timer by event. And we do this 0.1 or something. Update move progress. Let's make this loop. Now I don't have to worry about delta either. So I'm gonna go to 0 to 1. My brain is not smart enough to figure out how often or how long this will take to get to the end. So we're just gonna put it like this, and then we'll speed it up and slow it down. Okay, so we have the spline length divided by the enemy move progress, which will be a 0 to 1. We should probably clamp that in there though, because it'll just keep going, but that's probably not a problem. That'll give us a what's that called? Normalized value. That's our current location. Oh no, that should be the target location. Right? No, that's our current location. And then the target location is the spline length. Yes. It's just getting this length along the spline, the distance along the spline. Yes, I think that works. Should we test it? No idea if it's working. Let's simulate. See if we're even spawning an enemy. I don't even see one spawning. Maybe we're missing something. Oh. Start spawning. We have a dragon. Another dragon. Another dragon. They're not moving. Set enemy move progress. We do need delta time on this. Oh. Okay, they're going way too fast. Or they're just snapping right to the end. Oh, now they're going backward along the spline. This is beautiful. This is true game dev, game deving here with smart-assing bullshit, without smart-assing bullshit. What? This is exactly what I was hoping was gonna happen, so that we got it. It's perfect. We just have a dragon assembly line. We're close. Obviously we're close. We're just doing something wrong. I think it's actually working. I think what's happening is we're just lerping from the wrong side. What are we doing wrong? I'm also like not seeing any blending at all. It's definitely just snapping each frame. I mean, get a float plus value and set it to same float again. You can use a timer if you don't want to use tick. Yep, that was a good idea. What's up, Mario? Welcome in. I'm doing well. How are you? True game deving here without smart-assing bullshit. What do I mean the smart-assing bullshit? Is there usually smart-assing bullshit? All right. This starts at 0. So get spline length, divide by 0. We should probably do a safe divide here. I meant you have times when you get stuck, and that's normal. Yeah. Don't we all? Alright, so we take our spline length, divide by 0. That's our current location. And then we have the end location is the target, and we're lerping to that. So that's not what we want. We need a previous move progress and then a new move progress. I was blending two different ways to do this together, and we need to switch back. Okay, so spline length is the not like we don't want to do this either though. We don't want to lerp to the end of the target. We want to lerp between our 2 points. We want to lerp between the last location and the current location. We need another variable. Cut this down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we should just set last enemy progress to this. And then current enemy progress to this every, let's just say every 0.2 seconds, I guess, sure. And then this number will probably have to be tweaked too. Does that make sense? Nope, and we're not moving at all. Why? Okay, let's do some print strings to see maybe if we visualize this, it will make more sense to my head. Okay, so every 0.2 seconds we should see our updated progress, which maybe just isn't moving fast enough. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe we forgot something. Right. This is not finding the... There's no distance in here. I'm an idiot. We need to... We need to set this location up here. Sorry about the kiddo. Okay, we want this, but we want to like find, we want to get our spline. Distance along spline. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, do I though? Maybe I do want to do that. No. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe we should actually go look at how I did this one. We have 3 splines. Blueprint, characters, units, pawn unit. I'm assuming we do it on here. Projectile launch location. Time to travel spline. Normalize position. Oh my god. Lane direction doesn't matter. We can get rid of that. Probably normalize position. The location along spline. Random lane offset. We don't need. That's our rotation. That's all great, but where are we changing these? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we don't need to change anything. Has Swords of Magic already been released? Yeah, it's in early access though. It's not 1.0 yet. It's been out since 2020 in early access. You can play it today. It just got an update late last month, like the 26th or something. And there's another update coming this week or next week. Probably later this week. I'm working on I'm taking literally one day off to work on this. You just happened to catch me on the one day I'm not working on Swords of Magic. I've been working on Swords of Magic for the last like 2-3 months straight now. I haven't touched anything else. After I took a little bit of a hiatus, but yeah, I'm taking a day off today to work on. I got invited to do a video on YouTube where we do like a 1 hour like engine battle challenge. It's Unity versus Godot versus Unreal Engine, and I'm representing Unreal Engine in the battle. So I'm taking a day to like prep for that. We're kind of just building a little prototype project to see what I can do, and then I'll build it in an hour in the video. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just stealing some code right now from another project that I played with. I don't need to store that as delta seconds, I don't believe. I don't need this one either. I think I just need... Damn it. So I'm just gonna move it over here. I'll just copy it. It's fine. It'll probably be easier anyway. Okay, yeah. So I think I was really overcomplicating this, or probably not actually. I was probably simplifying it too much, but then because of that, I was overcomplicating it. I don't think we need this. This is gonna go away. So I don't need this either. It's all gonna happen in here. I don't think I even used an FNTerp. Sure didn't. I just had one like normalized position. So let's get rid of this one. I have to name this with enemy because this is being used for everything, so I don't want to get confused about what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know how I figured this out. I definitely did it. I definitely figured this out. I don't know how much help I got though. I needed time to travel, so we need enemy time to travel. Take that. We divide delta seconds from that. Or by that. And then we're going to add our normalized position to it. And this becomes our new normalized position. So we do set normalized position here. This time to travel file should be like, I don't know, like 3 seconds maybe? 5 seconds? I don't know how long they should stay on screen for. I guess we can change that based on the enemy too. Different enemies can have different speeds, which would be cool. Though they might pass through other enemies. Maybe different splines could have different speeds. We could technically add a speed on the spline. That might be a better idea. Okay, and then what else? We're multiplying that by spline length. That makes sense because that's the normalized position, and then this goes into here. Let's see if that works. It was that simple. That's great. Dang. We got it. Okay, that's very fast. Let's open our spline actor. Spline actor. And let's add a travel time. Thank you for sending me in the right direction, though. That was definitely a lot of help. Let's set this to 8 seconds, because that was way too fast. And then we'll go back into our gameplay component, and we will do... Oh, this is getting the component. We're storing the component, not the actual, like, spline. So... we could set... That's annoying. Whatever, let's just set this to be like 10 seconds for now, I guess, and we'll see what that feels like, and then we'll go from there. This is gonna feel just like... So we recently just took a vacation to Yellowstone, and in West Yellowstone, which is like a town near Yellowstone that a lot of people, like a lot of tourists stay at, very tourist town, there's an RV park there. My grandparents used to stay in the RV park every single time we went there, and we went there a lot as kids. And in that RV park there is an arcade, a little teeny tiny arcade. There's like 4 machines in there, 4 little arcade machines. And I remember going there as a kid, and there was a game in there that was just like this, which this might have played a role in like why I wanted to do this one. I don't know. I mean, it was like airplanes or something. I think it was like airplanes. I think you flew an airplane or a helicopter or something. And it just had like this. It was like this exact game, which is really funny. I have a lot of nostalgia for that. Okay. What I'm thinking is we could have. Man, now I'm thinking, what if the splines just spawn the enemies themselves? No. Gameplay component should do it. But, or the gameplay component has to do it, but the gameplay manager should handle it. Yeah, so it's not working yet. What does this feel like if we spawn? I'm a little concerned because I think certain splines should be like, I feel like we should have like a data table or something that determines like how often things spawn and where. Like if we had a data table that was like had like an index of splines and like how long to wait until the next one, then we could build our own, like we could custom, I don't know, maybe that's too much work. It could just be an array too, I guess, or even a map. I'm just thinking it would be kind of cool. No, it'd have to be a struct, not a map. It'd be kind of cool if we could control like when, like I feel like if we just have like dragon spawn, right? And then they go to the end, and then we have dragon spawn over here, and then 2 dragons spawn like this way. Like I think it'd be really cool to have like structure like that rather than have it totally random. This is a game jam project? Kind of. This is a prep for a game jam kind of project, I guess. Does that make sense? Sorry. Better do us proud. Yeah, I'm doing my best. How's the pre 1.0 launch gone so far? Are you happy with feedback and figures you've received? Yeah. There's been a lot of mistakes and stuff along the way, but it's been out for 4 years. Almost 5 years. I think the biggest problem we've run into is just lack of funding. The game's made a lot of money, but for the first few years we had a full team, and that team cost a lot of money, and so we were almost all the money for a long time, and then more than all the money for a while went to paying the team rather than like putting any money aside. We put a little bit of money aside for a while, but eventually we just ran out of funding because that was like our sole income, plus a lot of other people on the team's sole income, as far as I know. So yeah, we kind of just ran out of money eventually, but which is why I'm solo now. I'm working solo. We don't have a team anymore. My wife helps a little bit every once in a while, and we still have a team of testers who does do a lot of help testing things. But yeah, the game's made a good chunk of money though. It just, if you like take how much money it's made and split it over like the course of 5 years, or well, more like 7 years, since the game's been in development for 7 years, and then you like split that between 2 people working on it full time, and then a bunch of other people working on it for a while full time, and it's like not much money. It's nowhere near as much as we would have liked it to be. But if you just look at the numbers by itself, it looks like a ton of money. And it's more money than most indie games make. We're like in like the top 1% of like indie games, I believe, which is fantastic, and I can't complain about that. How many copies did you sell? I don't have copies off the top of my head. I can look it up, I guess. Quinn's freaking out right now. We don't know why. Oh, is the window still open?
Okay.
You should like close it. It's 73 outside. Let's see. How many copies we sold total? What do you think, Shannon? How many copies do you think we sold? She doesn't know. So lifetime Steam unit says 36,000. But why does it say total units 100,000? Because of Kickstarter and because of the keys we donated? Is that just all retail? That's just activations?
Come on, buddy.
So there's, okay, that's what it is. So Steam units 36,000, and then we have over 100,000 people own the game. So we did a thing that was really stupid. What's it called? Yogscast they do like this jingle jam thing every year around Christmas, and they ask a bunch of indie games to donate keys, to donate 50,000 keys, and then people can spend like $30 to buy those keys, and they get all the keys in like one bundle. It's like the jingle jam bundle. You get like 20 plus games, whatever, for like $30. And I'm happy that we were able to help, because all that money goes to charity, and it sold a ton of money, right? But we gave out 50,000 keys, and pretty much almost all of those were redeemed, if I remember correctly. And the problem is that we were told that when that many people have your game, that a lot of like traction happens, lots of videos get made, lots of people stream them, and that did happen. The problem is that every single time there was a video made, or someone streamed the game, or told their friends, or anything like that about it, like we watched tons of like the streams and videos and stuff made. And every single time it was like, if you guys like this game and you want it yourself, go to the Jingle Jam website and buy the jam, because it's $30 and you get all these other games with it. And that was cool, and it got made more donations, but it didn't make us a single dollar. Like, we didn't make any money from it at all. I guess we got a handful of people who are interested in the game. I'm sure we probably made a few DLC sales, like the Hero Edition sales. But yeah, for the most part, it just didn't do very well. So yeah, that's why we have 100,000 people who own the game. Only 36,000 of them bought it. But still, that's a lot of sales. I recognize that. We're at gross income is $630,000, which is a ton of money. But that's gross. That's before taxes. That's before refunds. That's before Steam's 30% cut. That's before our expenses, etc., etc. So these keys end up on key websites. I don't think a lot of those ones do, because those are people who are like buying those bundles for $30. But they might be. They could be turning around and selling them. I'm sure many of them do that. The thing is, doesn't Epic take a cut if you sell enough? Yeah, if you make over $1 million. You make $1 million, and then every dollar after that, then they take a cut. We've never even broke $1 million, let alone in 1 year. And that's also a yearly thing. So if you make $1 million in 1 year, then the next sale after that, they take 12%. But if you make $999,000 on, and that's that, you hit that at like on December 29th or December 30th, 31st, December 31st. I know how many days are in December. And then on January 1st, you sell 10 more dollars. Nothing happens. You don't pay Epic a dime, because it has to be, it's cumulative. So you only pay the money after the million, and you don't pay for the money for the money for the first million. So if I sold $1 over, if I sold in 1 year, I sold $1 million and $1,001 right? If I made that much money, I would pay Epic 12 cents, period, that year. And then it starts over for the next year. So if I didn't make anything else the next year, I would just pay them 12 cents, and that's it. So like, Epic is, honestly, it's such a stupid deal. It's so much, it's like so nice. You don't have to do anything really. That's really good to know on the Epic rev split. Yes, it's great. Read up on it though before you take my word for it, because I could have it wrong. But that's, as far as I understand, that's how it works, and that's what I've heard and read 100 times. So I'm like 99% sure that's how it works. But Still, don't take my word for it. I'm not a lawyer. I would say it's still a respectable amount of sold copies, even if the game is not a popular hit among gamers and having a team is expensive. Yes, agreed. I 100% agree. I'm not upset about that number at all. I'm upset about how we managed the money that we did make, and I'm upset that we didn't do a better job promoting it, because I feel like if we hit those numbers, and the thing is, we have a 94% positive rating right now, maybe 93. I think 93, maybe 93, 94, somewhere in there. And every single person who plays the game, not maybe everyone, but like a lot of people who play the game come to the Discord and they're like, oh my god, this is my favorite game. Like, this game is so good. I can't believe I've never heard of this before. I'm getting all my friends to buy it right now. I just feel like if the right people saw this game, and also it was one out of early access, because I know a lot of people refuse to buy early access games. So I feel like if we can get to 1.0 and the game is still the same quality and still runs just as well, fingers crossed we can do that. I do think that it'll blow up. I mean, I don't know. I think it has the potential to blow up, I guess, but I'm not really banking on it. If it doubles the amount of money we made, that's fantastic. That would be absolutely amazing. Like, that would set us up for like the next 10 plus years. We'd be set, and I can move on to another game. But if it only makes another $20,000, that's still good too. Well, it's makes you wonder, beside that 50k keys, would you have hit those numbers without the free promo? Yes, because we already hit most of those numbers before the free promo. We didn't do that at launch. We did that like 2 years ago, I think. And since that 2 years ago, we haven't hit, like, none of those numbers are even close to that. We've sell like, I don't know, like nothing compared to the majority of those 36,000 we did were all at the beginning of like when it first launched. Like, we are just trickling now. I guess I can't show you, but yeah, like, we had this massive spike where we made like 30,000+, or we sold. Let's see. At launch, we sold 1,800 units day one. The day it launched, 1,800 units were sold. And then we just we had a couple spikes here and there with like updates, but for the most part, the biggest spikes we've had are all of our sales. We don't have there's not even a spike, not even a blip on the map around Christmas when we did the Jingle Jam. I could go look it up and see, but we track all this. Like, I know it sounds a little greedy to say like we'll never do the Jingle Jam again, because it was a waste of our, like, I just think it was a lot of people who may have found the game and bought it at another time. Like, we gave out more keys than we had than people bought the game. And so that feels really, really bad on our end, Like, I just feel like it could have been way better. But anyway, it's not a big deal. Maybe, okay, so all right. So maybe what we do is maybe we spawn like a cluster of enemies, like boom, boom, boom. And then we choose one path for them to all go on. I don't know. Let's just do random for now. I feel like we could do a lot cooler stuff, but let's just do random for now. So let's make a couple more splines really quick, just so we have something to work with. Though I'm gonna have to rebuild all this anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it like being fun right away. Hello? Thank you. Sure, whatever. Also, I think these splines need to be a little bit further down. We also need to handle like destroying the enemy. Nope. Sure, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Every 1 second. Yeah, let's try that. Even if we didn't have them shooting you, like this is already like a lot. You can't really like the contrast is really bad, so it's really and there's shadows, so it's really hard to tell like where dragons are, which is probably gonna be a problem. But we can fix that. Okay, so we definitely need to destroy them when they get to the end because we're gonna eventually start tanking frame rate. Yeah, we're still sitting at 60, which is nice. And I think we're capped at 60, so oh no, we're not. Oh, now we're into 50s, 40s. Yeah, we have too many now. There's definitely like places where you can just sit in one spot and not move and be fine. But I think when they start shooting, that'll be good. Cool. All right, loving this. This is cool. Never thought of making a game like this. Looks pretty. Thanks, Myru. Okay, so we need to enemy movement. I guess, do we destroy him here or should we do it like... Yeah, I guess we'll do it here. I guess we do, let's see, if this is greater than or equal to 1, right? Let's do if this is less than 1. If it's less than 1, then we will set their location, otherwise we destroy them. Get owner, I guess. And then that's probably, we might get an error where it's like, we're trying to move this thing and it can't because it's not valid, but yeah, we have about 70 FPS right now. There's nothing going on. Then we got to get this projectile working next. Oh, these guys are not spawning? What? Oh, that's the distance, my bad. This needs to go here. That should fix it, right? Yeah. Let's just do an F8 here. They get to the end, they should destroy. Cool. Awesome. We have an army of dragons now flying around. Now we just need to get them to shoot toward you. And also, I think what we'll do is just have them shoot forward most of the time, and then every once in a while we'll have them shoot like in an arc or like a round or whatever. Or we can have multiple dragons that have different shooting patterns. Not sure which is best. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm happy with it so far. I think this is definitely going to be the coolest looking game, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Let's get shooting working so we can shoot at the dragons, and then we'll try to figure out damage, I guess. That's the thing that worries me the most right now, is getting that stupid on hit effect, because that's I think that's the only thing we can do is the on hit event. Like, I don't think there's any other solution here unless we cheat. Like, can we... Oh, you know what? We can cheat. Hold on. We can cheat. When we spawn... No. Spawn projectile. We're doing the hit event, but we can cast the projectile and get the... We can do that skit sphere. variable. And we can do bind. Yeah, I didn't think about this. Bind event overlap. Okay, I can't do that. Does that work though? Or are we gonna break this because we need a new function for it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Create event. Create a matching function. Okay, and now we just go over to what's the other event? This one. Copy all this. Paste it in here. We do have other actors still. That's nice. Promote to local variable. Instigator is, let's see. Okay, we don't have access to, we have overlap components. We can do get owner. Then get instigator, and hopefully that works. Okay, let's try that, I guess. We're just looking, oh, where are we getting errors? Destroy actor. This actor. Okay. We can just do this too. Or this. We don't need the hit. It's only useful if we need a location, which we will if we want to like spawn a particle there, and we will do that. Because like if the fireball hits you, it should like explode. And then if you like take too much damage, you should like catch on fire, and like we'll do all that stuff if we can have if we have time. Because that's the stuff that make it look really nice. Okay, particle effect. Did not work. Dude. We're generating overlap events. Oh, we're not overlapping though on the projectile. I don't know why the hit events have always been hit or miss for me. That's not what I meant. They've always like never. I've never used hit events because they just never work. I don't know why. Let's just do overlap all, ignore camera. We don't really know about the camera, but still, just in case. What's up, Wormius? Okay, overlap all. And we're still world dynamic, and then player on static mesh, world dynamic. That should be fine, I guess. I think this will work. We can do overlap here, I guess. We are generating overlap events. This should work. This fireball is so far away and it moves so slow. The random feels good enough to me, by the way, for the things. Hit actor. Okay, it hit. Why didn't it destroy? I don't know. Okay, we hit this. Let's at a breakpoint. Let's do it again. Let's turn up our fireball speed. We're doing 500, I think. Let's just do like 1200. We're probably not going to want to go this fast when we actually play it because we need to be able to dodge it. Maybe not. Maybe that's fast enough. And we also need like a ball or something so you can really tell where the fireball is. Okay, hit actor. Instigator is player pawn. Oh. That's not right. Overlapped component. Oh, other actor is what we hit. Oh, it doesn't. No, wait, what? Other component? That's the airship. Do we not have a way to tell? No, this is... The overlapped component should be... Oh, that's the sphere class. So the owner... Wait, why is the owner's projectile? Why is the instigator the projectile? The player pawn. That doesn't make sense. Okay, stop. Okay, what's happening is we did this here on the player. We want to do this, I guess, on an enemy. Yep, get owner as pawn. That's why we did it. Okay, so the enemy will be spawning this now. In fact, that means the enemy is going to be spawning one of these every single time they spawn. So there's going to be a whole bunch. Right? Yeah. Now we have opponent. Instigator is... Who knows? Oh, there it is. Enemy. I don't know what I was hovering over. Deal damage. Destroy actor. Okay. Sweet. We need to stop the projectile's movement. Probably not destroy the actor because it's destroying the particles. Sick. And they shouldn't be able to hit each other because they're the same. Cool. That's all working. Okay, we have a game. The last thing we need to do is just make it so the enemy or the players can die, and then the enemies need to be able to fire projectiles in different radiuses. Oh, and the player needs to shoot. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. We almost have a game. Just came back from bouldering. Ooh, jealous. Do you do indoor or outdoor bouldering? Okay, so this is working. I want to change our deal damage to take damage. Indoor, nice. Indoor is the best, honestly. You don't die when you're indoors. So that's a nice plus right off the bat. But it's also like temperature controlled. And like the routes are more fun. I really want to go climbing again. I was in the best shape of my life when I was climbing. And then I had a kid. And now it's been a long time since I was climbing regularly. We tried to go climbing one time at a gym out here in Washington. And it was really disappointing. I probably told you the story about it. Did you flash any routes? Oh, you're asking Boulder. Or you're asking... Wait, what? Boulder, bro. Got it. I was confused. Did you flash any routes? Good question. I think I started today with easier ones. Nice. I think I prefer top roping in like a gym. Just because, I don't know, I like, it feels like when you get like halfway up the wall or whatever, like I get into like that like Zen state, like that flow state or whatever. And I much prefer that over like a short route. Like, I think bouldering is great for like building strength and like building your skill and things like that. Cause it's like, bouldering to me is sort of like, you know, like in like a, Apex or Fortnite, like bouldering to me is like dropping into the heat, right? Like you drop right into like combat, so you can work on your combat skills like real fast. And then like a top rope climb for me is like actually trying to win. You know what I mean? Like you like drop somewhere safe where you know where like there's gonna be loot or whatever, and you like play it safe the whole game. It's a much longer turn, like a longer run, right? Like you get to spend a whole lot longer like on the wall or whatever. Bouldering is like a chess tactics puzzle. Yeah, that's true. That's true, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I miss climbing. Whenever I even talk about climbing, my hands start to sweat though. It's been so long. I need a bag of chalk just to do game dev right now. Anyway. Okay, let's get shooting working, I guess, and then we're gonna probably call it a day. Maybe. We'll see. Let's change this to click. I don't like whatever, yeah. And then we need to get our rotation. We need to do a let's see. I want to do like get hit result under mouse cursor, but I don't want to do that. I want to do get mouse position on viewport. To world. Deproject screen to world. Yes. Player is player character here. No. Player controller is fine. Weird, that's the first time I've used player controller this whole project. We need to do a get rotation. So we want to do our player character. Find look at rotation. Find look at hello. Find look at rotation. Okay, this is the target. No. World direction. No, world position. Duh. I'm gonna do get actor location. And then we want to split this. I only care about yaw. Does that work? Oh, I don't see my mouse. Hang on. Go to event graph. Let's do, before all this, let's just do get player controller, set view, set show mouse cursor true. Well, this is definitely not working. It looks really cool, don't get me wrong. Looks amazing. Tanking the hell out of our frame rate for sure. But we're just shooting to center right now. The light on this is nuts. We definitely cannot have all this light. That's what's tanking the frame rate. Let's see if we go back up to 70 FPS. Oh no, because they don't have a lifetime, I bet. Oh yeah, and we were supposed to be doing that was render recently. I forgot about that. Get component by class branch. What is this? Okay. I don't know what's happening there, but whatever. Okay. So this isn't working. I thought this would work, and I don't know why it's not, but it's not working. How about this? Let's do draw debug sphere here just to see where this is happening. Let's do 3-second duration. Let's do 5 thickness, 10 thickness, pretty far away. White's fine. Okay, and then we also want to. This is screen. Maybe we need get mouse. No. Maybe viewport is not what we want. Oh, the viewport widget. Absolute desktop location. Okay, let's try this one. I think that might be what we want. Might be what we want. Sorry, Wormius, the sword's still in early access? Yep. I think I started today with easier ones. Bouldering is like, maybe you can switch your keys for holds. Swords and, what do you mean, switch your keys for holds? Switch your keys for holds. Oh, I got you saying. I see what you're saying. Yes, that would be funny. Oh my god. Wait, what? I think I need to. Okay, I have a better idea. Better idea. Let's what am I looking for? I need hit. Something mouse hit. Isn't that what it's called? Cursor. Cursor hit. Get hit result under cursor for objects. Sure. I guess, I don't know. Object doesn't matter, I guess. Does it? I don't know. GPT, help me. Get hit result under cursor. Okay, that's what I thought. We want channel though. Why? Under cursor by channel. We want that because break this hit result. Visibility. This might be no, this will be fine. We need player controller. And then this is the location. That's our target. We don't need this anymore either. We don't need that at all. This and this can both go away. Okay. GPT just validated my concern. It's not perfect. Like, there's definitely like a weird offset, but it's like probably good enough. You know what it is? There's not an offset, I'm clicking here, and then this thing gets there. I'm clicking right here, but it's like a line going from here because of perspective, right? So like there's like a perspective issue. So the only way to fix that is if we do like a true top down, and I don't want to do that because then I don't want to do like a what's it called? I don't know. So what I could do, man, how do we do this? Okay, let's ask GPT. Hopefully GPT knows what I'm talking about. Probably doesn't. The glow the fireballs cause between the trees and on the ground is just so eye-catching and nice though. Yeah, I'm hoping I get to keep them in. I think if I do if I make the projectiles move, well, I don't know. That might just be, I don't know. Sorry, I'm struggling. My brain's like thinking about the issues why we can't keep them. Because like those fireballs are going to be from the enemy, not the player. Probably the player's probably just going to have like a machine gun kind of like effect, which will be kind of cool. I think we'll see. But the enemies, the dragons, will be shooting the fireballs, and the problem with them, I mean, I don't know. The problem with them is that there's going to be a lot on the screen because of the bullet hell. So if there's going to be a lot on the screen, I have to be very careful with like how many light sources we have. So I might add a light source that doesn't cast shadows, not on the particles because that's going to be really expensive, but on the projectile itself. And then maybe we'll do a thing where like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see about getting it to work. Because yeah, the lighting definitely like adds a little extra pizzazz that makes it look nice. You're clicking the ground, but you really want to fire in the direction of the mouse's cursor position on the camera plane, not toward a faraway point that happens to be hit by the trace. Bingo. Deproject the mouse cursor, which is what I was doing first. Screen X, Y, mouse position. Okay. Outputs, world location, world direction. This gives... Okay, let's try that then. So don't do this. Get mouse X. Get mouse Y. Maybe this is just better than how I was doing it anyway. Though I really thought this was just the same numbers as getting like the mouse on the screen. And then we want to deproject screen to world. Split this. X, Y. Get player controller. Oh. Why? Why is it not working? Blueprint self is not an actor, therefore target must have a connection. Okay. What? Get mouse X. Get mouse position. Try that. Nope. Still getting errors again, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm hitting something and I'm not properly. We'll fix those errors later. Oh. There's still like so much left to do, like animations for the enemies when they attack or when they get hit, when they die. handling death on the player if you die. Mouse position, world location, world direction. I'm not understanding. Put a target point in front of your camera. What? Okay, well, I am gonna go eat lunch. Hello, Frodo. Did you try convert mouse location to world space node? I thought I did that. Is that on a thing? Is that a thing by itself? Hang on, we'll try that one last time. Convert mouse position to world space. Nope, didn't know that was a thing. Maybe I did do this. This might have been, no, I don't think so. Still like not working and I don't know why. Is it because, Let's try our debug thing again. Draw debug. Sphere. It's like sort of working, but it's putting the center like, I don't understand. See what I mean? Like it's like I don't get it. Oh, also, I didn't think about this, but it's also firing based on. Like what? Is it put on my sphere? Oh, maybe this is just the center. I don't understand. I think this might be working. Well, why is it not rotating toward it then? What if we do world location? Now it's not showing up at all. Yeah, I can fire these on tick because I can just hold the mouse down. does look really cool when it like lights up the trees and stuff. Okay, I don't know. All right, I will fix this later though. I'm ready for lunch. Let's go see if there's someone to raid. Yeah, not really. Let's not raid anyone. I don't feel like raiding. Let's go eat. All right, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. I will be back on Thursday. We'll be back working on Swords Magic on Thursday, so don't get too frustrated with me, please. I'll get this wrapped up today and ready for the battle next week, and then I'll be good to go. Yeah, we're working on Swords Magic on Thursday, and I don't know what we're working on. Probably just prepping for an update, maybe, or maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe Thursday the update will go out. Maybe we'll just start working on skill trees again. Maybe a dungeon. I don't know, something like that, something fun. Anyway, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.